Hey everyone, this is John Griffith, the very mobile self-storage guy today. You may ask, well, why are you driving? Why are you driving and making a video? Well, other than trying to reach an untimely death, I decided it was important to make this a teachable moment because there's a very specific reason why I'm driving right now. So it's Saturday afternoon, and last night when I got home from work, it was Friday night, I got home from work and my wife said to me, we had a customer that called and they lost the keys to their lock, and they have a disc lock. And so I knew exactly what that means. It means that I have to go down and cut this customer's lock off. So, and I'll be honest with you, I wasn't excited about it. I'd had a long week, and that's really the last thing I wanted to do is spend 2 hours driving, because it's about an hour down to the property and about an hour back. And I wasn't excited. So I said, you know what, I'll do it. Actually, no, I didn't say that at first. I made up every excuse I could think of to not have to go do it. I was like, why don't we hire somebody? Can we get a locksmith down there? I'm like, I'm not going. I'm not going. So on my way down here this morning, I was thinking about this and said, hey, you know what? This is my fault, really, when you think about it. It's my fault, because I guess I should back up a little bit. So the reason it was me going down here is because there was a disc lock. Now, a disc lock, for those of you that don't know, is that circular lock that you put on your unit, and they're actually much more secure because you can't just take your run-of-the-mill bolt cutters and walk up and cut them off. You just can't do it. The locking mechanism is not exposed, and so it's much harder to do. So you actually need special equipment. You need power tools and things like that to saw the thing off. So a long time ago when we bought our property, we sort of made a decision, you know what, I don't really want my site manager doing that stuff. It's dangerous. If they don't do it right, they could cut off a finger or worse. I don't want the liability for that. So we made a decision and said, you know what, I'm not going to have my people do that. I'm going to do that, and they can just do everything else. So sounds reasonable, right? Sounds rational. So when I hear, oh, someone has a disc lock and they lost their keys, it automatically translates to me, oh great, I'm traveling down to the property for 5 seconds worth of work. And so I've done it enough times, I've gotten really good at it. So, it takes this, and I have the right equipment that I can get that thing off in like 5 seconds. So, when I thought about it, you said, no, it's my own fault, because I had that attitude that I didn't want anybody else to do it. And so what I created was basically just a bottleneck. I put myself in a position where I am the bottleneck for a process. And so really it's my own fault. It's shame on me when I thought about it. So really having to drive for 2 hours to take care of something that takes 5 seconds that somebody else could have done, that I could have trained someone, I could have given them the right equipment, I could have shown them how to do it safely. But no, I decided I was going to keep that part of that in my court, and so I have nobody to blame but myself. So that's why I'm driving. I'm actually driving back now. Like I said, I got it done, took care of it. Only took me like 5 seconds, and if you have a business right now, it could be any business really, real estate. I happen to do self-storage, of course, but it could be any business. If you have certain things that you're taking upon yourself to do that you're not turning over to someone else, maybe you should ask yourself why. Because I sat here and thought about it, and I thought about the number of times I've had to go down and do that. It's ridiculous. It's just stupid. Why have I done this for so long? There's no reason. I could think of a million other things I should have done with 2 hours of my time on a Saturday. I could have spent time with my family. Could have spent time making more content for YouTube. I could have spent time looking for that next deal. I could have spent time, bettering our processes. A million and one things I can think of, but no, Dumbo that I am, I'm driving for 2 hours and looking at some really not interesting scenery. If you've seen anything that's been going by the window since this video started, there is not a lot to look at out here. So anyway, So that's really my encouragement. If you're out there and you have a business, a small business, real estate business, whatever, ask yourself, what things am I doing that somebody else probably should be, and why haven't I turned it over to them yet? You know, why? There's probably not that good of a reason. And so don't be a dumbo like me and spend part of your Saturday going down to do something that I could have empowered somebody else to do. Anyway, hope that was an encouragement to you. Hope that maybe you can learn from my mistakes and not spend, spin cycles doing things that you shouldn't be, like me. And hope you guys enjoyed the video. And I'm glad I got through, 4 or 5 minutes here and I didn't die while on the road. So that's good too. My wife will be glad to hear that. So this is John Griffith, the self-storage guy, signing off. I'll talk to you guys later.